can we do for the intro this time? This is like the one thing I never think of.
I know, right?
I think
it should just be me coughing.
I think of like Metacritic things and like what I want to talk about, but never the intro.
Exactly, me either. I always think I'm going to put music, but then I don't ever find good music.
Do you even look?
Yeah, I do look.
That's funny.
I really just want like a guitar riff or something. Well, hello.
Freaking podcast.
Oh my gosh, that's great. I like that.
We'll just rip off Mario, you know.
Hey, it's not technically Mario. We technically made that sound with our mouths.
Hashtag not copyright.
Exactly.
Yep.
What's up, guys?
Hey,
welcome
everyone.
to episode 9, sponsored again, not by Nabisco.
Not sponsored at all.
You. One day we'll get there.
One day.
So we will become even more obese. Me, not Joe. Because Joe has some supernatural power that allows him to eat Oreos and not gain weight.
It's called metabolism.
It is. Unfortunately, that metabolism will stop eventually, but I do wish I had your metabolism.
Never stops. Can't stop. Won't stop.
I'm technically not obese. I talk like I'm like 900 pounds. I'm not.
You're only
just
like 899.
Exactly.
Yeah.
69. No, I'm just kidding.
That's worse.
It's true. I would probably be. I think I would actually.
I don't think you would. Yeah, you'd be dead. You'd be dead like 10 times over.
I wouldn't be a human being.
Nope.
But yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 9. We're almost at the decade mark.
Like that.
Yeah, exactly that. Joe sounds like he has a glitch in his voice.
I was sorry, dude. I was lagging
He's
out.
lagging. Yeah, exactly. It'd be so cool if we could think of like a cool intro with lagging out.
Oh,
But I don't know if we can. We could maybe when we get like more.
I think
tech
what we
savvy.
should do is, like that DSL sound where it's like, like,
that's pretty.
We
good.
should just
Yeah, I like that.
we should just find that sound clip, and like just say lagged out, and like put that in like
and then you could
over
have, like,
top of us saying lagged out or something.
Yeah, and then you could have like a static noise, like
Exactly.
Like you lagged out.
Yeah. Dude, do you remember?
guys-
Do you remember the days of DSL?
I do actually. Hold on, I have to sneeze real quick.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second.
Bless you.
Okay, it's not sneezing. Hold on.
That's
So,
that's the
actually,
worst
fondly-
feeling.
Sorry, I actually fondly remember the DSL days with gaming because my parents had a Windows computer. I guess that was the only thing back then. No, there was Macs, but we had like Windows 98 or something.
Yeah.
And I remember on the computer for some reason, I don't know why, because I don't think my dad ever played this, but I'm pretty sure it was the original Warcraft was on my computer. And I remember playing it, and I didn't know what I was doing at all. And it was actually really cool because I was like, what is this? And then I remember like the dial-up internet. So then I just played backyard baseball and backyard football. Those were literally the best games. And then like Sims, SimCity and like Roller Coaster Tycoon. Those were, like,
I never played Sim City, but I always wanted to because I could I saw other people play it. Like there was this one class at school. I don't remember.
Yeah, careers. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, careers, and like you had to like pick a career, and then like you would do something based on that. So like if you picked like architecture, you literally just played SimCity. And like I was watching people play, and they would like create tornadoes and stuff and just destroy their cities. I'm like, oh my god, I want this game so much, just so I could blow up a city.
SimCity is actually a really good game. They made it. I think if you're like a city planner, you have to like learn it a little bit because it's actually like a really good tool. At least the updated ones were.
Yeah.
Because that's what I had that class, and I remember that.
Funny thing about that class, I never picked a career.
You what?
I never picked a career. I don't know how I passed that class.
Wait, we had to pick a career? I don't remember that.
Well, it was like careers, right? So like you had to you pick a career, not necessarily like that's what you want to be when you grow up, but just something you would do or like wanted to learn more about, I guess. And then you would have to do like a project on it. And the project was a lot of work. And I wanted to do, I don't remember what I wanted to do. It was probably the SimCity thing, just so I could blow up cities.
Right.
But there was only like so many like slots per career. And somehow I like convinced the teacher that like I wanted to do architecture or whatever the Sims thing was, but there weren't any slots left. and like she just didn't she just like let me pass the class without like having to do anything.
Wow, sympathy.
I guess so, yeah.
That's
so I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny though, because like people were like, "What do you want to do for like a career?" I'm like, I have no idea. So
yeah, I don't remember actually picking. I don't know if I picked a career because I can't remember. I used to know her name, the teacher. There was only one teacher.
Yeah.
And I think she had like blonde hair. I remember that. And she, I'm trying to remember. I probably picked like paleontologist or something. I don't know. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a paleontologist, but I just remember playing that in there. I think it was Sim City 3 or 4.
Maybe, I don't know.
But dude, it was so fun, and like I love those kind of games, but they get really like meticulous and they're kind of hard. But a game that's actually pretty good that I've played is City Skylines. I put like 30 hours into that, and that's a new one, and that's kind of, I don't think they've came out with an actual SimCity game in like since SimCity 4000 or 2000 or something like that. But they are good games. They're for certain people for sure. It's kind of like the Civilization series.
Yeah.
Rip Gandhi. God, he's annoying. But
wow.
No, he is not the real life
in the game. Yeah, I know.
It's in the game, not the real life Gandhi.
Out of context, it's just like, wow, that guy's a jerk.
Well, personally, I don't actually know anything about real life Gandhi. I mean, I don't know him personally because you
never met Gandhi, dude? Dude, me and him go way back.
Oh my gosh. But I do know that in the game he's very aggressive, because wasn't there like a bug that like I think there was a bug you said that was like whenever someone did something he got super aggressive, and it was not supposed to be like that. It was like in the code was wrong or something like that.
Maybe that sounds vaguely familiar. It was probably something that like I saw on like a Facebook post or something. I don't know. But it wasn't like I actually like did research on like, why does Gandhi hate my guts so much in Civilization?
Why does Gandhi hate me? Well, what's it called? The other thing too is, speaking of old school games, I feel like those were the days. Like, we first initially asked, do you remember dial-up? But did you play any like old school computer games where you had like the disc and stuff? Like,
yeah. I mean, I never played anything online, but freaking dial-up was so funny just because like my mom would be using the internet or whatever, like to work or to browse or whatever, and I was a kid, so I didn't like know what computers really were or anything. But this was back when like everyone had like a landline for a phone, and the phone, it's called dial-up because it's like it goes through the phone line. So whenever the phone would ring and my mom would be on the internet, me or like my sister, trying to be like good children, we would pick up the phone to answer it. And if you picked up the phone that was like upstairs, or like if you picked up a phone in a certain room, like the one that the internet was connected to, like the jack, it would disconnect the internet. So there were like so many times where we'd be like, hello. And my mom would like, you would just hear my mom like, who kicked off the internet or whatever? Like, like, you guys just kicked me off the internet. Hang up the phone.
Oh my gosh, dude.
And use the different one. But yeah. But I don't remember ever playing. I think by the time like they had whatever internet came out after dial-up or DSL, that's when I started to play online games like Warcraft 3. Because like I don't think there was ever a time where I was playing that and then like I would get kicked off. At least that I don't remember.
So do you remember your first online game?
Like actual game? Because I mean I played like Flash games and stuff.
I'm talking about like online game. Like
it was probably Warcraft 3.
When did you play that? Like 6th grade?
No, it was 7th grade. Maybe it was 8th.
It was when we knew Sean.
I think it was 8th grade. Yeah, because Sean's the one who told me to get it. Because I had to get my wisdom teeth out, and I had 7 taken out, and I was stuck at home. I had to miss school for 3 days, like minimum. That's lucky, man.
I had mine over Christmas.
That's like what the doctor said, or whoever. I was like, okay. So my mom was like, well, since you're gonna feel like crap and you're gonna be out of school for 3 days, and you're not gonna have anything to do, I'll buy you a video game. So I was like, oh, sweet. So I told Sean, and he's like, you should get Warcraft 3. So I did, and it was a lot of fun. And then I freaking lost the second disc because I got the Warcraft 3 and the Frozen Throne expansion, and I lost the Frozen Throne disc. So I can't like reinstall it. But it's okay because they're making a remastered version coming out next year, I believe. And that's going to be freaking legit. I'm getting that. And Sean, you and me could play just like the old days.
Yeah, I remember playing Pimp My Peon.
I know. Freaking, like, I never actually played the Warcraft, like, story. I did, like, the first campaign with, like, the elves against Illidan. And that's it. And I didn't even, like, play it. I just put in the cheat codes to make you, like, one-shot everything and have, like, unlimited health and mana.
Wow.
But yeah, Battle.net was, like, so freaking hype. Played so many games. Dragon Ball Z Tribute, Winter Mall, Pimp My Peon, Warlocks 2, or Warlocks, Parasite 2. Parasite was fun. That was a fun game.
I think I remember playing that one, actually. That one was really fun.
Yeah.
Pimp My Peon, I feel like you guys played it so much, and then when I played, we played something else. I think it was Parasite.
Maybe, I don't know. But Pimp My Peon was fun. We never really knew what the best build path was, though.
Yeah. No, so the first ever online game I played, I think, was RuneScape. I played that in 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, I mean, that's not a Flash game, but you could almost consider it that. But yeah, I think that was the first online game I played. Because after that, it was like Call of Duty 3, which was in like 8th grade with Brennan. I mean, I obviously played online games with Sean and stuff.
Right.
And you guys, but I think that was like my first ever online game.
Mm-hmm.
And gosh, the nostalgia, man. It's crazy.
Do you remember what your first game, like video game was?
Yes, it was. Let's see. I'm trying to remember if that was. So it's one of two games. I can't remember which came first, but when I was in kindergarten or 1st grade, I either played Pokemon Red or Blue for the first ever time I played a video game, or it was PlayStation 1. It was Ape Escape or FIFA 98.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You were kind of late then.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly can't even remember past kindergarten now. But, I mean, what do you mean kind of late? That's kindergarten.
Like, you're saying either...
It's like 7 years old.
Yeah, but you're saying, I mean, like, in terms of, like, the gaming world, like, you're saying your first game was either on Game Boy or PS1. I'm just surprised it wasn't something earlier than that.
Well, so... I mean, you mean like on an older system?
Yeah.
I mean, I might have played something before that, but like I probably did. But the farthest that I can remember back, so like two things. One, the farthest I can remember back is kindergarten, and I'm almost positive that's when I got a PlayStation 1 for Christmas. And I remember we got FIFA 99 or 98, and then we got Ape Escape and like Crash Team Racing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I played Pokemon in elementary school, and I know I started collecting the Pokemon cards in kindergarten. Right. So I think I played the game in kindergarten, but I had a friend who lived in my neighborhood who had like every video game system. He had the Nintendo 64, the original Nintendo, the Nintendo like before that, like the one with like the gray controller and like like he had that one. He had like the Super Nintendo or whatever it was called. Like he had all that stuff. He had like Dreamcast. He had like Xbox, PS1, 2, whatever, and he probably had like an Atari too or whatever. But that was I might have played like original Nintendo because we used to play the original Mario.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that was before. So
right.
But he had like every game system, so it could have been that. But what was yours?
It was like the Super, like just the Mario Brothers, like the original one on the NES.
Yeah,
and
that's he had that.
I remember that one. I never really made it too far, and whenever I got to Bowser, he scared me as a kid, so I'd always have to have like my dad do it for me.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, so like I would play through the level and be like, "Dad, can you beat Bowser for me?" Because he scared me. Like now, like I don't even know why he scared me. Because like in the first few worlds, like he just jumps around. He doesn't like do anything. I mean, he might shoot fire, maybe. I don't remember because I haven't played it in so long. But I'm pretty sure he was just like kind of passive. He just jumped. So like you just had to either run under him or jump over him. So like I don't even know why that was scary. Because in later levels, he starts throwing like 10 hammers at you and shooting flames and stuff. So I don't know.
Right.
But yeah. And then like I never understood like how you just like get the axe behind him and that like gets rid of the bridge. I'm like, huh? I never understood that as a kid, but now I guess it's more like a switch or something, but whatever.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, that was my
I think the NES,
game
I think
that
that's
I can remember.
I think the NES is what he had. I'm pretty sure it was like the original one or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He had like 3. It was crazy. He's actually like a professional gamer now, I think. My mom, we were actually talking about him. We were talking about him over Thanksgiving. One of my friends, I just never caught up with him or whatever, but that's interesting. But that's interesting that we were talking about that though, because I didn't actually plan to start off like that. But it's kind of funny because I'm kind of wondering. Excuse me. So we're playing a game right now that, like, is probably one of my favorite games that I've ever played in my life, and it's made by an old school developer who makes a lot of games, and so
namely ones where people fight in the streets.
Exactly. So we're playing Monster Hunter World, which we bought for $15, and it's ridiculously good. Like I told my friends that it's probably like the most fun game I've played and addicted game I've played since like playing RuneScape, because that game I'm almost, so my playtime on RuneScape, which is kind of sad, was like from 6th grade through pretty much college from 6th grade to freshman year of college. That was RS3 technically. So that playtime alone was 105 days, which is like over, like, that's over like 2,400 hours, I think.
It's over 9,000.
Exactly. But that's a lot of hours. Like, that's insane. I wasted a lot of time in my life. But but then I played old school RuneScape for like 4 or 5 years after that. And I had to at least put in another like 1,000 hours in that game. So it's like, I've put so many hours in that game.
So you said what, 103 days?
103 days, something like that.
So
was my playtime.
That is 2,472 hours. And then another 1,000 hours with the other one. You're at 3,472.
Exactly. 30,000. I'm ballparking the second one because there's not a counter anymore for that. But I have better stats. So I'm assuming, but I'm doing things more efficient. So I know I haven't played 102 days because I just know I haven't. But I definitely have played. I've had to at least play over 50 days worth in old school. So
yeah, that one's 41 days.
Yeah, so I've got to at least be over 50, I would say. But like, I'd probably put at least between 3,000 to 5,000 hours into that game, and a lot of that game is AFK too. So granted, I also used to do things while I was playing it, but yeah. So it's just like, this game is amazing, and I wish games were made like this now, but they're just not. And I just feel like you can kind of tell that this is like an old school developer, which I'm assuming, do they publish their game too? I'm assuming they do.
Who? Capcom?
Yeah. I have the I have the CD or the case.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now too.
Because I'm kind of curious. I mean, it says Capcom Havoc. Oh wait, that's the
Havoc's
publisher.
the engine.
They're the. Oh, that's the engine.
Yeah.
That's the one that ESO runs.
Yeah, that's what the Batman. I think it was Batman. I think the first 2 Batman Arkham series games used Havoc.
It says Umbra and Simply Gone Studios, Speed Tree. I don't know what those are, but
let us see. Developer and publisher is Capcom.
yeah, so that makes a lot of sense because I don't know. They just this is freaking amazing in my opinion. Like I don't know. What do you have to say about it? I can talk more about it in a little bit, but
I'm surprised that we got it for $15. I mean, it was on sale everywhere. Like PC was like 20 or 25 or something, but PlayStation was 15, which is really surprising to me because like I feel like there's a lot of exclusive content you get with PlayStation. Like I know you get like the Horizon Zero Dawn stuff, but I feel like there's other games that are like either referenced or like have like a, I guess, Easter egg armor or whatever, like downloadable armor content. But like I just wish that I spent my $45 on this game instead of Call of Cthulhu, and then $15 on Call of Cthulhu. But everything's just gonna go back to that game because I just such a terrible time. But yeah, like I totally would have spent $45 on this game. I'm glad I got it for 15 though, because it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I would have definitely spent freaking. God, I would have spent so much money on this game.
It's very clever in the way it's built because it's like there's like the main story, which is like your main way of progressing, but sometimes you need to like grind like the side stuff to be more prepared for the main story missions. Like there's this one part right now where I'm at in, I guess, like the second half of the game, and I just cannot beat this monster. I won't give it away, just because like in case anyone wants to buy it after hearing this. But like, so I've just been trying to but like grind other materials to make better weapons and stuff, and other weapons that might be more effective against it. Trying out different armor sets because each armor piece has like skills associated with it. So I'm like, okay, well, these skills aren't working. Maybe these ones will. But it's very clever in the sense that like it's a grind, but you always feel like you're working towards something. So it doesn't feel like a grind. And like, it's fun because you're swinging giant weapons around, killing, giant monsters that look freaking awesome. Like the design team of this game freaking needs like a freaking round of applause because the way the monsters look, the way the armor looks, most of the armor, I should say, and the way the weapons look are freaking awesome. Like every time someone in our group, like me, Adam, Sean, and Trevor, whenever someone gets like a new set of armor that no one else has, it's just like, oh my god, this armor is amazing. Oh my gosh, this is gonna like freaking like I'm gonna have dreams about this armor at night or whatever. Like every time there's a new armor set like that, that's like what you hear every time. And they're not wrong in saying that either, because like all the armor, most of the armor looks really good. So
yeah, it's pretty insane actually. Like I would agree. Like there's a lot of stuff I can say about this game, and I could be a salesman for this game because like, so first off, let me say this. So many games now could potentially be like this, but they're just not. And I guess it's because of money. And I guess it's because that like I don't know any other reason besides money. Like it doesn't make any sense, but it's kind of funny, like I said, that we were talking about older games because older games were amazing.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's because they gave you the whole game and then that was it.
Right. Like they gave you the whole game, but I guess also like when they keep doing iterations of things, like it just gets worse over time. Like you think, I don't know if you've ever like went back to a city that you used to live in, you think it's like really cool, and then like you go back and you're like, it's like all right, it's like not as good anymore, kind of thing. Like you have like all these memories and nostalgia and stuff, but like, so it's kind of like that with video games. Like for instance, so Call of Duty 3 through Call of Duty like Modern Warfare 2. I liked Modern Warfare 3, and a lot of people didn't. And then like through Black Ops 2, those games were really, really good. But after that, I definitely like some games after that, like some of the Black Ops games and everything. But like, they're just not the same. Like it's like they take certain things out of the game for no reason, just to make money. And that's in like all games. Like they just don't. It's kind of like movies too, actually. So like movies. They've made really good action movies like in the 90s and the early 2000s, like Die Hard, and like all these movies are just amazing. But like now you have like the Marvel movies, which I really, really like the Marvel movies. Like don't get me wrong, but it's really hard and it's really rare to find like an action movie that's not anything to do with like comics now. Like it's hard to find one that you go and like, oh, that's sick. Like before you could go like, well, like this is for people that are a lot older, like around our age or older, but like you could go watch Lethal Weapon, like Die Hard. Let's see what else. There's like Armageddon, like all these different movies are just like Those are like all Bruce Willis. No, wait, 2 of them are Bruce Willis movies. But it's just not the same as time goes, I guess. But the whole thing is, this game is like, I've been wanting to play a game for the last 2 or 3 years that has been very customizable, very grindy, and like a very good multiplayer game. And this is kind of what I wanted Destiny to be. Don't get me wrong, I like Destiny. Destiny is good. It's better now. But this is what I thought Destiny could be like, because Destiny is such a big world. Like, it's sci-fi. Like, you could have so much stuff in that game. Like, they have so many cool guns. They have so many cool armor pieces, but they just like stopped. Like, they're going to put like 15 in the game, and they're like, we're done with this. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me, because it's like, I know it probably takes more time, but it's just like, if this game can do it, you're a bigger studio. Well, I guess you're a AAA studio. So I've heard that, like, I guess Capcom's technically not a AAA studio, which I think they are, but people were saying they weren't.
Yeah.
But like, it's like, if they can do it, you can do it too. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me, because this is what I wanted Destiny to be. Because this game, Monster Hunter, literally every single piece of armor looks like so resemblant, or so alike to the monster you kill. Like, you know that you killed that monster, and that's like amazing. Like, the design team, like you said, did like a really good job, because it's not like other games where you kill this monster, right, and like the weapon looks like the same as something else. Like, all the weapons are and all the armor are all so unique. Like, there might be a few that I don't like the looks of, but at least you still know, like, oh, you killed that monster to get that. Like, it's like really cool. And the fact that they have like this grind where, like, I read a little bit of a head, Joe, about like kind of like how like Hunter Rank works, but like the story just like goes on apparently, and it's a long way until we get to that. But like, I don't want to spoil anything, but Hunter Rank's like a big thing, because you unlock certain things at certain Hunter Ranks, and it's just crazy though, because it's like they didn't skimp on any area. Like, sorry, I'm going on a rant here, but I was telling Joe and Sean and Trevor last night that, like, this game, it's like every time I'm playing this game, I'm like, okay, everything's so amazing. There's got to be something that, like, is going to be bad. Like most games, for instance, will do something good, and then they'll boggle your mind when they just can't get something so simple right. So it's like, with all this customization in Monster Hunter, you're like thinking, you're like, okay, there's got to be some sort of like cost or something, like either real money or like, you know, in-game currency that is hard to grind for. And there's just like, it's just not there. And it's crazy. Like, you can color all your armor without a fee or like a cost, which is crazy. You can, like, you know, upgrading, obviously, I think upgrading's free besides materials, but like,
right,
you know, making your stuff cost money, which makes sense, because that's like what the point of the game is, like, costs like in-game money.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, because every time I think there's something, it's just, there's not. Like, they're just really old school, and it's insane. And every single one of their updates is free. Like, they've added a lot of monsters since the base game. They've added a lot of like elder dragons and all these other things, and they have events go like every week. And it's all free. And like, I really want to buy like skins and stuff, because they have like skins and everything in the PlayStation Store for like $2. And I'm probably gonna buy some, because it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, I really have enjoyed this game. I really think they deserve I think they deserve more of my money. So they take my money.
Yeah, like, that's like, when we talked about microtransactions, that's kind of something like we didn't really touch on. Is like, microtransactions aren't bad as long as it's like not pay to win, and if it's like cosmetic stuff, like, it's usually fine, whatever. But like, when a game does it right, then people feel like they want to like help support it, like what you were just saying now, like how you feel bad that you only spent like $15, and like you want to give them more of your money. Like, that's how you do microtransactions right. Like, you give like a great base game, you provide updates to the game, and then like people will feel more compelled to spend more of their money on that game and keep playing it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of, I don't know if we touched on it at all, but like, we talked within our friends about how, like, me personally, I don't mind microtransactions, and I have a theory that like the only people that complain about microtransactions are people that it's warranted because it's pay to win, and the pay to win structure is literally so bad that you have to pay money to do good at the game. Which a good example of that not being the case is Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online is a very good game in my opinion, and they sort of have a pay to win structure, but it's not. You can still play the game perfectly fine without paying any money, which is fine. Like they give you big benefits that help you. They're like quality of life stuff. So
if
like
you subscribe, right?
Right. So like they give you like crafting bag, which gives you pretty much unlimited inventory space, so you're not having to go back. But really, it's not that big of a deal because you can just buy inventory space with gold, and you can just go and teleport and stuff. It's not that big of an issue. And then they give you like 10% more experience and gold fine. But really, the experience, in my opinion, is not that significant unless you're like trying to be like world's first to like max CP, or that's like the level system. It's not that big of a deal. And then you get but you get all these benefits as you subscribe. You get 1,500 crowns, so that's $15 of your. So it's $15 a month. And then I think if you do like bulk, it's like less, but you get 1,500 crowns every month, which is pretty much getting your money back in crowns at least. So they give you that, and then they give you, you get all the DLCs for free. You have to buy the expansions, but you get all the DLCs for free, and they have like login rewards now. But so that system's really, really good. But then there's systems like, I think it wasn't like Battlefront 2 was like really bad. The one with like the loot boxes, I think it was Battlefront 2.
Yeah,
but
it was Battlefront 2.
You have things like that just that's not good. And so, but I feel like people complain about microtransactions usually because they just don't like the game, or they're just bad at the game. And so if you like the game, I think you spend microtransactions, because I've spent money on games before because I like I like certain games and I like the cosmetics about it. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna spend money. Like, so I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. But I do have a random thing to say too about microtransactions. Something that I'm really surprised doesn't get a lot more crap, and maybe I'm just not aware of it, and maybe I need to look at it. But FIFA has like it's made by EA, and it is microtransaction central because of like the Ultimate Team system. Are you familiar with that, Joe?
Yeah, it gets a lot of crap.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I just don't see it getting a lot of crap, I guess, like generally. But yeah, because that one is like, gosh, people spend thousands of dollars on that, like to get players and then like make their best team. I'm just like, gosh, like people used to sell coins like in real life, so that's kind of like sketch central. But I don't know. I just was curious if you've ever seen that.
Yeah, like
a lot of crap.
I think they made an honest trailer. Like you could like look up like Screen Junkies honest trailer for it. I'm sure they've done a FIFA one. They touch on it a bit. And then there's like just tons of other like videos about how like just not even just like about FIFA, but like microtransactions in general, where like people will like reference that as like just a toxic like environment or like economy, I guess.
Yeah.
Just because like you have like these kids or whatever who just spend like all this money trying to get like that one player or whatever, and then like they end up spending like thousands of dollars or whatever, and then also like the community I feel like is also toxic too. You'd have to confirm or deny that, but like just like, you know, players like who play the game, not just like, you know, people who buy the cards or whatever. So I feel like just both of those things don't make for a very healthy game environment.
Yeah, to be honest, are you talking about like the players online and stuff are toxic, you heard?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, because
I have no experience with FIFA, so I can't actually say that with confidence or not, but
I've played it a lot. But the thing is, I don't think I've played online too much. I mean, I know I've played Ultimate Team a lot, but Ultimate Team, in my opinion, I've never had a single issue with people. Like, I don't really know what the toxicness is about. Maybe like maybe people are like messaging them like, I'm gonna like F your mom or something, or like I don't know. That sounds like really immature, but like that's what people do. But like I don't, honestly I don't actually know, because there is like multiple online modes now. There's like professional circuit that's really big actually. They do a lot of esports with that. But they have this mode where it's called it's like where you play with friends and you play your position on the field, and you can have a whole team of 11 versus 11. And so that's kind of crazy because it's just like a cluster. And then they have Ultimate Team, which is like the most popular mode. But I've actually never experienced any bad stuff from it, in my opinion. But I don't know. So that's interesting. But I've never heard a lot of crap about it, the microtransaction system. But you said there is, so I'm kind of curious because they have a crazy microtransactions in that game. I mean, all the sports games do now.
Yeah. I mean, gosh, and also it's EA, like. Yeah. So
no, yeah.
I'm curious. I'm curious to see how Anthem's gonna turn out with that, because that's EA and BioWare. So yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna find out.
Someone else will find out, because I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah, me either. Dude, I'm gonna play Monster Hunter for so long.
I know, right?
Like this game is like amazing.
I know, it's so funny that like a couple of weeks ago we were like, man, there's so many like good games. Like I don't know what to play and stuff. Now it's just like Monster Hunter. Hunter.
I know, right? It's literally like all we think about now is Monster Hunter, and all we type in our Discord is just like guides on Monster Hunter of how we can become better.
I get like Discord notifications on my phone, and I'm just like, oh, I have a notification on my phone. What's it for? Oh, it's just another Monster Hunter post in Discord.
Yeah, it's literally
like,
so funny. It's
so
nothing
funny. Important.
Because we got our one friend to get it on PC just by him watching our friend Sean play, and he doesn't play games too much now, but like he loves it because he's a big Dark Souls fan. So he has it on PC now, and it's like our friend group goes through these game phases. Like when we used to hang out when we were younger, because we've known each other for a long time, but like we used to like go to our neighborhood pool and we just like talk about video games for like hours.
We wouldn't even go to the pool to swim. We would just go there to talk.
Yeah, we would just sit there.
We'd be in the water, but we would just like hang out like on the wall.
Yeah, and so like we would talk. We'd be playing like a game, but then we'd start talking about like Pokemon or like Skyrim, and we'd get each other so excited about it that we'd go home and make characters again and play for like a month. And I feel like you guys went through that phase with like League, where you played it for like 2 years of college. And then like Sean
didn't play for that long.
I thought you guys played that for like at least 2 years, from like high school to college.
Maybe he did. It wasn't in high school. It was freshman year of college is when they got into it, but I couldn't play it because the internet in my dorm room sucked bowels. And then sophomore year, I learned that Ethernet cables are a thing. So I got that, and then and I also had a better laptop too, because like I was trying to use my crappy laptop before, and it wasn't working out.
Right.
So, and that was that first laptop had Windows XP on it, and like all my professors were using Windows 7. So like whenever they emailed like a Word document or whatever, it would always be like the newer versions of Word and Excel and all that. So it'd be a .docx, and Windows XP can't open those files. So I'd always have to email them and be like, hey, can you like save it again as like, a .docc, and then send it to me, because I can't open it. So then some of them were kind of annoyed. Like some of them understood, but some of them were kind of annoyed. They're like, why don't you just go Windows 7, motherfucker? So I convinced my mom to get a laptop that was totally not for games and totally meant only for college.
Right.
And it just had really good gaming specs by coincidence. And that had Windows 7 on it. And that was able to play League a lot more smoothly.
Yeah, I remember our college's internet was like really, really, really bad.
But yeah, so
like if you lived on campus, you couldn't play online games pretty much.
Yeah, I guess maybe League was 2 years, because I know we played it sophomore year. That's when
it in high school.
That's when the mid Soraka meta was born.
Oh yeah.
I don't care what Sean says. Mid Soraka was great. I don't remember high school though. I mean, if we did, it was senior year.
It was senior year, dude. We played league.
I know
year,
I didn't.
I
I know
remember.
I didn't play senior year because I didn't actually start playing it till like the last half of freshman year, and then mostly like sophomore, junior year. I think junior year is when they stopped though.
Oh, because I remember going over to Sean's house and playing on his like second computer.
Right.
And that was funny. But yeah, I just feel like Monster Hunter is just a game we're gonna play for a while because I don't know, it's just so good. Like I'm gonna play it for a while because I love it, and it's literally been the game I've been wanting to play for so long, and finally it's just like I can't believe I didn't know about this game. Like I'm gonna be so hyped for future games and stuff. But so I was gonna ask to. So this is my question I was gonna ask you though. So if you had to name 3 old school developers, who are your favorite?
Old school developers.
So we're talking like Nintendo, Capcom. I would even consider saying like Bungie in the old days because they're like early 2000s,
like Halo and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So like Bungie. There's a lot more that I'm missing, but like.
Probably. Well, first I just want to say, my play time in Monster Hunter, 62 hours, 38 minutes, 54 seconds.
Dude, mine is like 64 hours.
It's insane.
But some of mine is a little AFK, because I would leave it on.
Yeah, same.
I didn't want to be disconnected from the world, man.
But you get disconnected after like an hour of inactivity anyway.
No, I mean like I didn't want to disconnect my character from the world. I wanted her to be like ever involved in the world,
ever existing. So old school developers. I would say. This is tough. I mean, Nintendo is pretty solid. Gotta have them up there. I freaking love I think their 64 games were some of the best ones ever. Even though I loved Mario, Donkey Kong, and Star Fox 64, but I only ever owned Donkey Kong, which is sad. But they also had Pokemon Snap, so that kind of made up for it.
Wow. Oh my god!
Don't act like you didn't love that game.
I barely played that game.
I
didn't have a Nintendo 64 though. I just played it at my friend's house.
We're gonna fix that. All right then. 2019 resolution.
Oh my god.
Okay. So let's see who else. I want to say Insomniac, and then
interesting. Okay.
Well, they did Spyro, like the original trilogy.
I always forget that.
Yeah, and then Naughty Dog.
Yeah, Naughty Dog.
Because Naughty Dog did Crash Bandicoot and then Jak and Daxter.
And they did Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, Uncharted, and Last of Us.
Did they do? No, Neversoft did Tony Hawk.
I think they produced it though, or something.
Because remember I did the Metacritic review for Tony Hawk, and it was like sports, and then you said Neversoft gave it away or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, then they did like Last of Us and Uncharted, and just really well written story based games. But yeah, freaking
that's interesting. Insomniac also did Resistance.
Yeah, I never liked those games.
I thought they were pretty cool, but that's interesting. So I totally forgot about those developers. Now that you said that, I would say my number one thing is Nintendo, though, just because I loved Pokemon and I loved Super Smash Brothers. They were some of the best games I've ever played, and I don't think they rival. Second would probably be Naughty Dog. Because Insomniac also made Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, but that's not old school technically.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you're right, but still same developer.
Yeah.
Naughty Dog's probably second, and then I'm gonna put Capcom third just because of Monster Hunter. Oh crap! Actually, I might have to throw in an honorable mention for Jagex.
I knew you were gonna say that
because dude, that game.
They did RuneScape. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I have to put Jagex in there.
I knew you were going to freaking say that. And if you didn't, I was about to be like, what about Jagex?
I forgot about the Jag, dude. Well, they got a lot of crap for stuff too, but their old school team's really good. But yeah, I forgot about that actually. Okay, well then, before we get to our Metacritic thing, real quick, I just want to ask you.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh wait, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna ask you what your favorite or what your funniest or favorite thing was that you did in Monster Hunter this week.
Getting fire blasted by Anjanath, that was really nice.
Yeah, I was there for that.
That was great. There are actually some really cool like screenshots for like when you slay the monster that I have that are pretty cool. I think funniest / biggest fail, I guess, or just most memorable moments. Either you smashing me into the air with your hammer, or Sean going like into his like demon mode and just like hitting me at least 10 times every single time he does it. Like without
hitting you at least 10 times
without fail every time he uses demon mode. Like I could be on the other side of the map, he'll still hit me somehow. But yeah,
that's amazing.
So Sean needs to get good.
Okay, yeah. So I would say mine is probably one of my kill cams, because I had a sick kill cam this week, and then I had one last week against a monster that his mouth was open and my hammer was just going down his throat, and it was amazing. But I think my favorite thing so far that I've done in Monster Hunter is just giving names to all the monsters.
Yeah, I would agree.
So, so just to give you guys a little like update, we like to name certain monsters
because their normal names are hard to pronounce.
Yeah, exactly. So like we have such ridiculous names. Like we have like lasagna and like
Commander Spray Tan.
Commander Spray Tan. I can't wait for you guys to see one tonight in the next zone, because I went to the next zone. It's freaking hilarious,
Doberman?
Dude. No, not Doberman.
Okay.
Well, wait, maybe, yeah. Did you go to the next zone?
No, I can't kill that one monster yet. That I'm not going to say because
it begins with a
reasons.
D, but it's not anything like a Doberman. It's
I know.
Really funny.
The name is that.
Yeah, it's hilarious, but that's probably my favorite thing that we've done.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
freaking love it.
I think my favorite monster name is Toby.
Toby Maguire.
Toby is classic, dude. So I have
Toby is pretty funny.
So I have an advent calendar that I forgot to open yesterday. So yesterday's chocolate it looks like it's a reindeer with a little hat on it. Or no, that's a dog. Or is it a reindeer? It looks like a puppy, but it's got like antlers, but it's also wearing a hat. So I don't know if the antlers are part of the hat. It's some kind of 4-legged fuzzy animal with ears and antlers wearing a hat. So I just thought I'd let you guys know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Let's see what today's is. The 3rd. Oh, it's going to be a house. Oh, it didn't.
Okay.
It didn't break off.
Well, that's interesting. So I have my Metacritic reviews for you.
It's not coming out. There we go. Got
That's
it.
what she said.
It's a house. Man, I'm so good at this.
That's what she said.
I hate you.
All
right. Now I need a drink. Dang it.
And I'm going to drink after this, but I do have my reviews for you.
All right, bring it.
So these are kind of funny, actually. Oh, actually, I don't know if they're funny, but one of them's funny. So I don't know how you're going to do, but we'll try. So
okay, can I guess one of them right now?
Yeah.
Monster Hunter World.
No, I was going to
That would have been amazing.
I was going to do that just because I thought it was funny. But no, it's actually not. So
dang it.
We have reached our Metacritic review, guys. If you guys have never joined this before, we go through and read off reviews, and the other person has to guess based off that. And we try to think of any sort of creative names we have if we don't know the name of it. This game actually looks kind of tight, but I know what it is. You've heard of this game for sure.
Okay.
But I don't know. I've never played this game. I've just know Sean has played it,
right,
and he's talked about it some. So I don't know if these clues are going to give it away, but we're going to go with it.
All right,
so
let's go.
It's got a 74 meta score.
It's not bad.
It is on PC only.
Ooh.
So, welcome to Solus, a huge South American world home of conflict, oppression, and extreme weather conditions.
Okay.
Blank sees rogue hero Rico Rodriguez land in Solus to hunt down the truth about his past at any costs. Strap into your wingsuit. Equip your fully customizable grappling hook.
Oh, Just Cause.
Okay, which one?
4.
Yep. All right. I just wasn't
Got
sure.
him.
I'm surprised you didn't say Square Enix too, dude, because they made didn't they make Kingdom Hearts?
Oh yeah, that's true. But I mean, like that's not
That's pretty classic.
That's
dude.
not like that's PS2 though.
That's pretty old.
I mean, they
That's
did have like PS1 era games and stuff, but like
That's like elementary school.
yeah, but I mean, they're more like middle school, like when you first go to middle school though. Like they're still like elementary schoolers, but like they're just in middle school. The ones I named were like elementary school.
Okay. Well, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
This next game looks really cool though,
Okay.
and it's got a hilarious name.
Okay.
It's very sexual.
Oh boy.
So a Metascore of 93, user score of 8.9, which is pretty like rare.
Beautiful Katamari.
No. What is that?
I'll show you later.
Oh my gosh. Do I want to know what this is?
Sean knows what it is. It's great.
Beautiful what?
Katamari. Okay, I'll give you a brief description of it, but I'll show you like later after the podcast. So basically, you're like this ball, and you just roll around, and things stick to you. And the more things that stick to you, the bigger you become. The bigger you become, the bigger things that can stick to you.
Oh, I know that game.
Yeah, so it's that. I remember playing the demo when like the 360 version for that game came out at Sean's house like so many times.
That was really funny. I remember that.
That game was so much fun. Or just the demo was.
I remember that now.
Never played the game. All right.
Okay, so a sci-fi colony sim driven by an intelligent AI storyteller inspired by Dwarf Fortress and Firefly generates stories by simulating psychology, ecology, gunplay, melee combat, climate, biomass, diplomacy, interpersonal relationships, art, medicine, trade, and
got it.
war.
Spore.
No.
Dang it. Sorry.
That was a good guess, actually.
Keep going, though.
That's the end of the description.
What about like the developer and genre and stuff?
So developer is Ludion Studios.
Never heard of them. Great.
And then let's see.
The genre is everything.
It's sci-fi strategy real-time general.
In general, yeah.
It's only on PC.
And it's not Spore. Dang, dude. Is it Dark Spore?
No.
Okay, because that's a thing too. Read the description again.
A sci-fi colony sim driven by an intelligent AI storyteller inspired by Dwarf Fortress and Firefly generates stories by simulating a psychology, ecology, gunplay, melee combat, climate, biomass, diplomacy, interpersonal relationships, art, medicine, trade, and more.
And it's only on PC.
Yes.
I have no idea. I thought for sure it'd be Spore, but I guess that doesn't really have gunplay. Is this like a newer game? Do you know?
Yeah, it came out October 17th.
Interesting. Because it sounds like an older game. I don't know.
I feel like I mean, it's gotten really good reviews.
What came out in October? Dang it.
Dude, I feel like a lot of stuff came out in October, but I don't know if you're going to get this, though. I picked it because of the name. The name's hilarious.
Is it... No, you said it's for PC only. Dang it. Yeah, I have no idea.
It's called RimWorld.
I've heard of that, but I've only like heard of it because I've seen it in like the Twitch directory.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea what it's
it was
about.
A hilarious name, so that's why I picked it.
How is that a sexual name?
RimWorld, dude. Rim job.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Rim. Yeah. Okay.
This is a M17. Yeah, M17 thing.
Mom 17.
Yeah, so that's funny. So, anyways.
Okay.
Let's see here.
So 1 for 2.
1 for 2. Last one. This is another funny name.
Oh, boy.
This is only on PlayStation 4. It's actually one of the free games of the month.
Rocket League.
No.
Dang it.
No, like recent free games of the month, okay. I think. That's why I clicked that thing on Metacritic. So
okay.
It says it was released on September 19th, 2017. It's got a meta score. It has no meta score, so very curious. But it has a user score of 4.3.
Oof.
PSX Extreme gave it an 80 on Critic, so you could just, I guess, consider it that.
Okay.
Developers called Brain and Brain, and summary is Blank is a folktale about a trio of large bearded fishermen who step away from the ordinary to seek adventure.
What?
Set in the waters of early 20th century Scandinavia, the game's story branches through a series of encounters with creatures from folklore.
What the heck is that?
Dude, this game looks really funny, though. We have to play this at some point.
No, never.
This is an adventure visual novel genre. It's actually got no online multiplayer, so rip that idea. And it's got our favorite rating, E10+.
Everyone, unless you're 9 and younger. Dude, I have no effing idea. Freaking, they're like Viking fishermen? The heck?
That's what they are, yeah.
What the freak? Okay, it's the Scandinavian adventures of Guy Fieri, Gordon Ramsay, and Bob Foray, whatever the frick his name is. I don't know.
So that's gonna be incorrect.
Dang it! I thought for sure that'd be it. Bobby Flay, that's his name.
Bobby Flay. So it's called Burly Men at Sea.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
I know. I'm sorry. I just picked it because it was funny, and I thought it was a great name. I didn't know if you possibly could know, but
look at this now.
Yeah, it's very interesting. There's always a 0 on a game. It's like really so funny.
What the heck is
Doesn't it look funny?
They're
it's like something we would play at Cole's house. I know. It's like something we would play at Cole's house. Rip Cole.
It does look like something. What the heck is this crap? I need to look at the video now.
Oh, you're looking at the video, you said?
Yeah. Apparently, it's got really good reviews, according to the trailer.
According to the trailer.
But only 43,000 people have watched the trailer, so...
Oh, my God.
I don't know how I feel about this game. It doesn't look very... It looks more like a story-based game, like Journey. But I don't seem...
Didn't you buy Journey?
I got it for... Did I get it for free? I either bought it for like $10 or got it for free on PlayStation, yeah.
Did you like it or no?
Yeah, it was really good. I 100%ed it.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, this one, I don't feel too interested in the story. And also, you said it was like a recent PlayStation like free game or whatever. It's from 2017.
No, I know. I think it's free right now, though.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't think it is, but okay.
I clicked on the thing, but yeah. So, anyways, Joe did 1 for 3. Those were hard. I had harder ones last week.
It's only fair, yeah.
It's only fair, but I thought you did pretty good for what, the case was. But, so.
I thought for sure freaking Monster Hunter World would be on here.
I was going to. I just didn't.
I really wish you did, because that would have been hilarious.
I know.
Just before you even say a word, I just get it.
Yeah, I wanted to. I just didn't do it. But, yeah, so, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's podcast as we talked about old school stuff and Monster Hunter World and how amazing it is. Leave us a comment if you guys play it. Leave us a comment with any other feedback that you want, and, tell us about your favorite old school developers games. Tell us about the first game you ever played, first online game you ever played, and then Joe can handle the rest of the outro with the social stuff.
Yeah, so I recently updated my Twitch name, so now I'm not Joe the Joe 99. I'm just Joe the Joe. So woo. I got my name.
I'm proud of you.
I'm no longer just an imposter. I'm the OG. I wonder what happened to that guy though, or girl, whoever had the name. Like, why do I?
So I guess they canceled their account or something.
I don't know. Maybe they died. Like, who knows? Like,
oh gosh,
it's a mystery. Who knows?
Spooky.
Yeah.
Spooky.
It's super spoopy.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so I'm gonna make this outro as fast as I can. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like the video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe for more podcasts every week. They come out every Tuesday. Ring the bell if you want notifications. Ring a ding, the ding-a-ling. And other than that, always remember to have faith, be great, and we can go play more Monster Hunter World now. Bye.
Bye.